Okay.
All right, so I know it's going to take a few seconds for everyone to kind of float into the stream here, but we are currently live with Andrew Gitt, the developer of Moretvtime. So we are going to have a basic set of questions that we are going to go over here. And if everyone in the live stream can currently, if you could bear with me for a little bit so we can get some of these questions answered, that way I can get to some of your questions. So we're gonna kind of let Andrew here kind of take over and answer these few questions that I feel like are really important. We went over these questions just a second ago to figure out how we could bring the best information we possibly could to you guys for using this application. And I see we have some people that are floating into the stream here. So this is going to be a somewhat different type of stream that we've had here on my channel, but I feel like this is actually a very, very important stream because it keys you guys into what is going on behind the scenes with some of these applications. It's going to give you a better understanding for how they function. It's going to show you guys which applications have major potential here, and ultimately it's going to help us to understand overall what we need to be doing as far as phone farming, where we really need to have our devices, and how we should be, this is the biggest one I want to point out here, how we should be supporting other developers so we can expand our phone farms even further. This is the biggest thing I could stress here, is because I know a lot of people, they have quite a few smartphones here. You guys have an immense amount of smartphones, and at some point you're going to want other options, and you're still going to want to expand further. So let me check some of the comments here, and I do want to stress again that if I will have to follow up with a lot of comments later on after we are done speaking with Andrew here, but I will talk to some people offhand at first here. Someone says, I have a bunch of people interested but still unsure of Moretvtime, so all information I can get for them is appreciated. And that's one thing to really point out here, is the fact that with this company, you're going to have more of an opportunity to sit here and troubleshoot issues that you're having with the application. They do have a service that once you sign up to the MingleCash website, you can actually get into a group chat with not only fellow phone farmers. They're going to have that opportunity as well. It's available, but you'll also have the opportunity to get into direct contact with not only the head developer of this application, but also, you know, a set of people that he has that will help you with this application as well.
Well, just see, can I comment on something?
Yes, absolutely. And I'd like to confirm with everyone that both of our audio is currently good. Is it? What's up, everyone? Is the audio good for both of us? Can you hear us both? So we'll wait and get some confirmation that everything is 100% set up right. And then I'll let you kind of take over with some of the questions that we have here.
Okay.
So we Justine is here with us. All right, so good. We're good as far as audio. Everything is set up and good to go.
So I just wanted to clarify one thing that you said. So when they sign up, anybody who signs up, they will be in touch with an account manager via Telegram, and we do that so that we can offer them excellent support. People always have questions. It's not just questions, it's a way that they can get advice and tips on strategies. Whatever the case, as things progress, the more and more, you know, people don't respond always to emails. They get lost. There's hundreds of emails being sent every day, and there's something to be said for like a live chat. In addition to that, what actually is done, I just have to test it. It should be available in 1 to 2 days. Is every single person in their downline, their first level downline, they will be able to invite, and we're going to have a tutorial. It'll just take about 1 minute of their time. They create a group chat on the Telegram. They put that link into in their profile page. There's a field there, and then what will happen is that will invite, automatically will instantly send that to everybody in their first level downline, inviting them and with a message. Why? So that they can be in touch with their sponsor. We're also going to be adding in the near future the ability that you can reward your downline with with users. People are doing all types of promotions to getting people in the door, and that will encourage them to be successful. So that will be coming as well. And so everyone there'll be a core group of users, like-minded people. They can encourage each other. They can share tips, advice, problems, whatever the case is. They can have that group. So I just want to clarify that part on the Telegram. So what is the first question, though, you would like to ask me, Theron?
So overall, I would like to know, like we discussed what was going on with the application. I'd like to know when you have the ultimate idea for when this application will be fully polished, once it's going to be 100% done, and then once it is running as smoothly as possible. We talked about how much you could possibly make out of this scenario. And then I do want to come over to the screen of my account, and I want to talk once again about the earning system here, how you don't see your earnings for a day, but day or up to 72 hours. I would like for you to explain that to everyone so they understand that just because they don't see these earnings coming from this application, there is a reason that's behind that, and it does increment over time. And I also want to know, as far as you said that the profitability of this application, we need to stress here that it will go up if more people start to use this application, and you have a better overall understanding and can explain better than what I could as to why the profits will go up. There's so many questions here. So
we'll just tackle one at a time.
Sure.
so again, the first question, remind me, what is the first question that I should address?
Okay, so the smoothness of the application, when will it be, when would you say it's going to be fully good to go? It's going to be running top notch, you said.
Okay. So it's already running right now. It's running smooth. The majority of people saying it's fine. We did, as of this morning, move it to a better server. We didn't. Anything new, there's going to be challenges. There's going to be bugs. For example, one thing that we didn't really give too much thought of. Okay, the server, the type of server for it requires a very powerful server. So now we upgraded that. Now the site itself, the Moretvtime, that's just it's a WordPress template. So we have to optimize that. We're basically, if you go into the Google speed test, it does around a 75 score. We want to get that up into the 90s. For sure, 100% we'll be able to do that. I'm hoping, there's no guarantees, but I'm hoping within 1 to 2 days that will be sorted out. And this is, remember, for Android. iOS is next. Once the Android is 100% done, we will then work on making this available for the iOS. My best guess, we already have the code and the app done, but we have to do the same thing we've done this past week with integration and these types of optimizations. So we could figure probably 1 to 2 weeks, I think, is realistic once this is 100% done for the Android.
Yeah, so some people reported right here directly in the comments. They said that it does have some issues with crashing. Some people are still having some issues. I think overall that it's a good thing that you switched to a different server. So hopefully, like you're saying, we're going to see these smaller issues are going to clear up over time once you have optimized the website, that the app is based off of this website. And I guess I should say here, one person does ask if there will ever be the ability to see an instant rewards on the app itself. Like, could you possibly see your earnings for Mingle Cash, like how much you've actually earned?
So let me. That's a good question. So we actually just recently we had an estimated amount that we were giving, and the problem is that backfired because you have to understand our model. Whatever income comes in, and it doesn't come in instantly. It takes anywhere between 1 to 2 days for all these ad networks to show up into our into our dashboard. So what we did at first is we're just taking a wild guess because we don't know for sure exactly, and what would quite often happen is that their income would go down and they would get very upset about that. And I understand, it's understandable. So what we decided to do, based upon user feedback from a lot of people. We removed the estimated earnings because people didn't like that where it would fluctuate, 1 to 2 days later. So it's just about, I think, educating, because what these other apps are doing, they're giving, to at least my understanding, hearing from you and others, Theron and others, that they're giving you a set amount. And this leads into one of the other questions, why, in my opinion, I can't say for a fact because I don't know these other, my competitors, how they're doing their splits. But I do know how I'm doing mine, that whatever the money comes in, I'm giving away 50%. Now, think about it. If you are, let's say, a contractor and you're going to be working, let's say you're a web developer and you have an assignment to work on to fix a whole application and there's a bunch of bugs. If you're going to give a fixed cost price, you're going to put a big buffer in there because you don't know what to expect. But if you do per hour, as long as you're a reputable contractor or a coder or whatever the profession you are, and you're good at it, the person hiring you for your service, he's going to come out paying a lower price on per hour. So what I'm doing is, if I were going to give you guys a amount, let's say a per ad, I'm going to have to put in a big buffer because I have no idea what the ad rates are going to. It's fluctuating all over the time, especially in the beginning, where that's going to be one of the questions. How much can you make? And I'll explain. But there's too many unknowns, so that's why I do it this way. You just have to wait. It's only 1 to 2 days, and then it will be fully automated, and not automated, updated after that time, because again, it takes that much time for me to see how much the revenue comes in. Our server is based upon Portugal time zone. It's called UTC, and at midnight, that's when we take the data, and it's from the previous full day. So let's give an example. Let's say on Monday, you're working on, you're seeing all day on Monday, you're seeing ads. So you're going to have to wait until basically it's the beginning of Wednesday, at 12 a.m. That's when you're going to see the revenue. But once you get into it every day, you're going to be seeing income. You're just going to be looking 2 days back.
I think that's something to seriously stress in this stream. And just to put it very simply, the money is there. Now, from what I understood, we were talking about this a little earlier. You were explaining that the ad providers over time, if more users are using this application, and this is what I've been trying to stress to my audience as much as I possibly can here, the more people that use this application, the more likely we are to see some better revenue come out of the application. So we're trying to get this application going. We're trying to get it, dispersed out to phone farmers. If you guys want the ability to expand your phone farms, and this is me directly speaking to the guys out there that are major players here, the ones that have a multitude of different smartphones versus the ones that just have a few different smartphones, that they have to kind of put it on one specific application that's paying the best for them to earn the most. Even those guys could at least run one phone here for us to kind of build this application up, work with it, and to see those better profits come out of this app, because I foresee a future with the world of phone farming, and this is why I'm really trying to advocate here for what's going on. I foresee a future where we do have a lot more phones, where people can expand so much further. But we're not going to be able to do that if we don't have more applications. We can't, there's got to be other opportunities for us to be able to expand. So, I did have a couple of questions here. Someone asked...
Okay, I was just going to explain, because you had a question in there that I wanted to point out. You basically made a comment that the more volume, which is true. This is a new app. It takes time for the advertisers to pick up on anything new. Okay, and also the volume. There's two aspects. The biggest aspect is the more volume. For example, some of my competitors, I don't want to go out on a live broadcast and name the specific ones because I was told in confidentiality, but they're doing in the low millions of impressions per day. Okay, so we just launched this. A couple days ago. I haven't even announced it to our user base, but we're doing something like you know, yesterday was like 22,000 impressions. Okay, so it's a fraction of that. There's a ramp up period where we need to, and during that time, our CPM is going to become bigger and bigger. What I've been told in confidence, that it's somewhere, we could expect, at least in the United States, somewhere in that $6 to $7 range CPM. And Theron and I did an example. Theron, should we go over that now, how we came to that, or do you want to deal with that later?
Absolutely. I'd love to go over that right now, because that's what people really, I think, they want to know overall. They want to know one of two things: how much can I make, and when will I stop seeing issues, and what can I do whenever I do see an issue with the app. I think those are the two most important things.
So I hope I don't lose people in the math here, but it's really, I'm going to give some math, but it's the end of this, it's the main part, the takeaway. But we're showing ads every 90 seconds, the potential for an ad. Now, some of my competitors, they're somewhere in the, I've been told, around the 40%, 40 to 45% fill rate, okay? And I told you, let's just say an average of, let's say, $6.50. That's $6 to $7. That's a CPM in the United States. Now, what we do is we need to say 90 seconds plus for the ad. That's another 45 seconds. So there's a 135-second cycle. There's 86,400 seconds in a day. So if we do the math, you divide that by that 135. There's 640 potential. Our best case scenario, if there was a 100% fill rate, which doesn't exist, there's no one that has a 100% fill rate. CNN doesn't probably have a 100% fill rate.
Right.
So that now let's pick around. I just did the math. 43% fill rate. That means
the advertisements you'll see within that time period. So that's what he's just making sure everybody's
24 hours.
Right.
Right. In 24 hours per phone in the United States. This is a key point in the United States we're talking about. You'll see 275 ads per phone. Now, I said let's figure $6.50 CPM rate. CPM rate is that's for every 1,000 video ads, it's $6.50. This is gross. We're talking about before splits. That comes to now per ad, okay, 0.0065. That's about 6/10 of a penny, to put that in perspective.
Right.
You know, okay. Now, so what is that gross? What do you see? You take that 0.0065, multiply that by 275 ads a day. That's $1.78 gross. If you take 50% of that, you're making 89 cents a day.
Okay, now, can I pause you? There you go. This is where I would break down for you guys. It has me excited, because if we do the math here, guys, and you look at how much you're possibly making, if you can make towards $1 a day per each phone, right? Now, I know a lot of people are running, once again, I'm not going to mention any names of any applications in this stream right now for probably some legal issues that I will not start. But I'll say, just for example, if you were to run an application on 20 different phones and you only see $5 a day, now you do the math on how much you could make at 89 cents a day per phone, how much more you could possibly make. So this is exactly why I've been trying to get this right information up here on the channel for this application, especially, and all of this is something we're all still kind of learning as we go here, and I'm trying to think of the best way that I could put this. This is what we should expect. We should expect something around this area. Now, nothing is ever set in stone with the world of phone farming, and especially with the world of advertising providers. But if we could make around that amount, is what I'm saying, then it's worth it to give this application that shot to try and make around 89 cents a day per phone, $1 a day per phone. You put the math on, do the math for 60 phones, and that's pretty much almost what you could possibly make working, maybe like your worst end kind of jobs in some places of the United States. So that's why I feel like this is very, very important.
And there's another thing to add. All these other apps, they don't have any sort of referral. We have a 10-level referral system. Do you want me to elaborate on that? You want to elaborate on it? I don't know if they know about it.
The one thing that I could say is there is the 10-level referral system with this application, and you do get 5% of what any person you refer, and all the way down 10 levels deep if they refer someone, and so on and so forth, up to 10 levels. But the thing to really stress here is that goes alongside the application as well. If there's going to be an iOS version of this application, it'll be the same for that. So if anybody earns on the application, and they refer someone, you get 5% of whatever another person earns on this application, so on and so forth. And 99.9% of these applications that are really profitable right now do not have that opportunity as far as a referral system. So that's really something to mention here. So
yeah, and I have big plans. You know, everything that I do with Mingle Cash, first of all, there's other ways of making money on our site besides that, just so you know, you can go to our site and see, but it's very viral. I mean, we're just, you know, coming out of beta. We have literally hundreds of people every single day, new signups, and I'm not even doing any promotion whatsoever. So it's extremely, extremely viral. And I have a plan. I plan on including Theron in this included. We're gonna come up with a really good, everything that we're gonna do is based upon proof and facts. No hype, no marketing language. We're gonna show proof. We're gonna show how to set up a phone farm. Here's the investment you would get. You'd pay. There might be multiple providers. I happen to know one. He has a good reputation. Theron knows him. Other people know him. You can get these phones, you know, for a very cheap price. Set up. This is something that we're going to be involved with, helping you of that support if you have any questions. And the ROI, I did some math today. Theron, you correct me if I'm wrong, but the numbers that I was told, and this is on 20 cents a day. I'm just being extremely conservative. In year number one, factoring your investment on the phones, factoring, you know, the monthly costs, we're talking at about 200% ROI in year one, and every year after that, once you don't have your one-time fee cost anymore, it's over 500%, and that's at 20 cents a day. So we're going to come up with a whole system, a very professional video, brochures, things that you can show other people. Hey, you can set up your own phone. You start up with one phone, two phones. It's literally risk-free. I think so. It's going to grow. It's extremely viral, and everything again is going to be factual. I'm going to supply 100% proof. These are people doing it. I'm going to show live screencasts of all these people. Every time we make a payout, every Monday and Thursday, we will show that. We will hear from many people that I will ask them to do the same. So everyone that's coming into Mingle Cash will see that this is the real deal, and it's going to make your job very easy to refer others, so they can also have this income opportunity.
Okay, so I feel like overall, the biggest thing to stress here is that this is a brand new application. You know, that's one, like a lot of people are asking as far as like the issues that they're having. One person was saying that they're experiencing some error codes that are being thrown on the application. What can those people do that are currently having issues to solve the issues that they're having? Who should they be getting in touch with? What is your recommended advice for what they should do? Should they uninstall the application? What would you see them do?
Yes. So first of all, a lot of those errors were happening before. We literally switched the server about 10 hours ago. So and we've updated the app literally 3 times today. So number one, I would fully uninstall the app. Make sure you have the new app. I'm pretty sure it's 1.9 is the current version. You know, clear your cache. Restart the phone, log in. If you have any further errors, contact us. First of all, you can contact us on support. You can reach me on Facebook. You can your account rep on Telegram. She's sick today, but other than that, hopefully she'll be back tomorrow, and she's available 7 days a week. We're very, very available. If there's any problem, we will immediately deal with it. But I do want to go and stress this. First of all, this is not a new company. This Mingle Cash has been around for a while. This is a new one of the ways that of a monetization is our app, and that is brand new, a few days old. And we're not saying, I'm not telling you it's perfect. Over this next week, we will perfect it and get it. But you listen, in all these apps, there's always going to be some crashes. I'm not going to tell you it's going to be crash free, but there's no reason at the end of the day why we have a very talented team, good programmers, why our app shouldn't perform at least as whatever the average you're seeing with others. But if you have a problem, rest assured it's going to go directly to me, not some minimum wage employee. I'm going to deal with it. I'm going to be on top of it.
All right, that is exactly what I really wanted to hear, is the fact that I feel like, I explained this to my audience in another stream. I said, look, they already have a profitable Get Paid To website. They've got a website that's going right now. That is there. It's paying out. The proof is there that it pays. So that goes to show that this application, 99.9% likely, it just is what it is. It's going to be another application that we can use. And like you said, there are going to be some issues starting out with the app. Over time, those issues are going to be solved. And then it's just going to continue to be more profitable as we go along. So that's why I really wanted to stress that to my audience. So I know a lot of people, they have seen some applications that have come out that have failed. They have failed. They look like they were going to be that next program that offered us, the best pay that we could possibly ever see, and those applications have failed. So, and I guess you can't really ever set anything in stone. Anything could happen, but there's more reason to sit here and, believe that this application is going to be something that we should be taking advantage of than any.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but one important thing I want to say is I'm not going to say on air what network, but one of the major competitors that a lot of these people are using, I know because I've been told by the company that we're using the same the same service, the same ad network. So there should be no difference again, other than just once we get our volume up. So I just wanted to mention that as well.
Okay, so do the ads come from multiple networks, or it's all one network that oversees multiple networks?
No, it's a bidding war. The way the ad networks, it's all a bidding war with AdMob and Vungle and Chartboost and there's a bunch of, there's dozens of them.
One by AOL, that's what I'm assuming is in there somewhere. And
there's a lot of them, and it goes to the highest bidder. That's why in the previous call, it takes time to have all these earnings come into the dashboard. It's not instant.
Well, I'll say this: I feel like that's the majority of the questions that we could ask that are very, very important here. I'm really interested to see what's going to happen with this application over the course of the next 2 weeks. I really want to stress to my audience here that you really, if you're at least put this app on one device. Monitor the earnings of what you're making with this one device. And, if you have a lot of devices, definitely consider having it on more than a few different devices, around 5 devices, to see what's going to happen here. So there may come that time period whenever the profits skyrocket for this application, and you have to ask yourself whether you want to be right there when it happens and the profits are there. Whenever the application is fully fixed with any issues that it has, and whenever the ad provider is actually dishing out as much pay as possible. So, and you guys all know
this is available worldwide, by the way.
That is the worldwide one thing. That slipped my mind as well. So we definitely want to mention the fact that this is a worldwide application. So if you think about it from that aspect, it has the possibility of, whenever you said that this could go pretty viral, here is the word that you used, it really could. Like all of the people that watch my streams, they watch my videos that are outside of the United States that are currently looking for an app just like this, that they can run on a multitude of devices, not just, for example, 4 different devices, and it's actually going to be somewhat profitable here, or even very profitable. This is going to blow them away. I kind of wish we had mentioned that right at the beginning of the stream. I'll make it a point to mention that in future streams, that this is a worldwide application versus just available to the United States. So,
right, and just one more thing I would like to mention is, just like we're talking to phone farmers primarily. So these people know that phone farms are profitable. They will be able to show their friends and family or neighbors, whoever they run into, that it's successful. So now you have the advantage, as I've touched it, with their 10-level referral. You can, if you just think about a calculator, you refer 5 people and they refer 5 people, because once they duplicate the same action they're going to want to refer others. They're helping out their family members, their neighbors, their friends. You do 5 times 5 times 5. You do that 10 times. You're up to 9.7 million people. Now, okay, let's be realistic. I realize that just doesn't happen. But even if it's way off, it could certainly be thousands of people. So what would you rather do? Would you rather earn 50% off of your own personal phone farm? And you should continue to have a phone farm. But while you're doing that, at least benefit by building your downline, by referring. And this is something that we're going to help you with. That's something really, I'm going to be developing videos, content, packaging, marketing material, stuff that you can just hand over on a silver platter to people that you know, hey, just check this out. No marketing stuff, no hype. This is all factual, something that you'll be able to back it up yourself. And that's what Mingle Cash is offering you, that no other app like this it has, unless, Theon, you're the maven here. Is there another company out there that has anywhere close to this type of referral system?
Oh, definitely no as far as referrals, and definitely no as far as support system. The support is, even for websites, so there's only one website that comes to mind, and they've implemented a specific ban system, and I feel like I can say that in the stream. They're very quick to be on top of their support system, but even they have slid downhill. So as far as support, as far as the referral system, I cannot think of. The only other application that I can think of that has a really fantastic referral system, I'm not going to say a name in the stream, but it does. It pays out $1 to $3 per referral, but still 5% of whatever a person earns for
lifetime, exactly.
That's a giant bit of difference. So
and as well as all these other companies. Theo and I were talking before. How many of those other companies, all these app companies, have you been able to get on the phone and speak directly with the owner?
Not at all. None.
Right.
Although I've considered maybe I could try and reach out to them. I actually I consider doing that. Well, I'll say this. There is a base set of streams that goes on over at Twitch where some of the developers of even the ad providers are involved in some of the streams over there, but not from like the main companies that are really being used right now. So, but that's something like it could change over time, and I feel like it should. Like it's going to be better overall for everyone involved if we do establish a basic kind of connection with the people that host these applications, so we know how we're supposed to run them. Just every question that we've gone over in this stream. These are the questions that they want to know. I don't think a lot of people want to, like some people try to bend the system in different ways so they can earn more. But if people know how to use these applications, that's just one scenario, that's one scenario. People want the answers to these questions. And if the ad providers or the application developers were more involved with us, I feel like it would be better for us overall. But go ahead.
I just want to give like one example. Again, this is thinking big, but you have to think big. Like I said, the 5 times 5 times 5, that comes to almost 10 million. Okay, that's a very high number. But let's say pick 10,000. Again, in the 10 level, that's very, very doable, especially when you have evidence and people invest. Where can they make a 200% return? In the stock market, you're 10% on average. So it's a very attractive return. So if you have, let's just do some math, 10,000, you have 10,000 people in your downline, and if it's making 80 cents, and they only have, let's say, one phone. We all know that these people are going to have more than multiple phones. But let's just be very conservative and just say one phone. Each one is making. We said we said it was making $1. By the way, the 5% is off of the gross. It's not off their cut. It's off the gross. So right. What was it? We said 89 cents times 2 is $1.78. That times 10,000, okay, times 5. They're making 5% on that. That's $890 a day.
Right.
Okay, I'm just putting that in perspective. That's with 10,000 people in your 10-level downline. Again, if you take 5 times 5, it will grow to 10,000 before you blink. So I just want, some people don't really understand. The number can grow so big, it's hard to.
Oh, believe me,
it's hard
if
to
there's
grasp.
any person that understands the power of referral systems, and I'll say this right here in the stream, I have an application that I'm working with right now. Within the first month of me working with that application, I've easily made around. I'm going on $500 with that one application. Well, it's maybe been a little over a month, but I mean, the money is there whenever it comes to referral programs. People just don't know it. I do have a question here that I want to answer. I feel like it's important, and I believe it was asked twice, and it was, where you at? Are there going to be any caps as far as like your earnings? Will we ever be capped as far as how much we're earning?
No caps whatsoever, and no caps on devices is either. No caps on anything.
It's crazy. So, man, I will be the first to say that if it, like, and some people have reported that they are seeing the earnings that you've discussed here, that they've seen that towards that $1 a day. But I believe someone was saying, what, three different devices they saw right at 89 cents a day. Let me come back up here, though. I don't want to get that wrong. I have it on 3 devices, and I'm still making about $2 a day. Even with it crashing, I'm updating it right now, though. I did have another person that mentioned in the stream, they said that they were not seeing any advertisements, but they maybe did not know about the update. Videos were playing, but no advertisements. So I didn't realize.
Again, it depends on the country. Also, depends on the country. I'll give you an example. I have one of my star affiliates. He lives in Saudi Arabia, and he was seeing a bunch of ads. Now, keep in mind, Saudi Arabia is not it's a tier. It's considered a tier 3 country. The demand is much less than the United States. So he was seeing a lot of ads, and now he hasn't seen any ads in hours. That's out of my control. That just the industry. And again, this also comes with it's that ramping up period. Now, I haven't heard of any issues in the United States with that type of thing. But those are things that are out of my control.
Right.
I can't, as long as errors and stuff like that and crashes. First of all, there's always going to be some crashes, but the thing is to minimize it as much as possible.
So people outside of the United States may see less earnings than what a person would see in the United States.
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
UK,
for sure. The United States.
It just depends on the advertisements that are available to their location is the biggest factor here. Can I ask you this specific question? I feel like it's a good one. What are the account limitations as far as like your account limitations per household? Some people have family members that they would like to possibly have their own account. So is there any boundaries as far as your accounts?
No boundaries. You can refer your wife, your kids, your grandparents, whatever. That's fine.
Fantastic.
We're not a type of company.
I'm good at this, guys. I'm good at this. So
I'm the opposite of these other companies that try to restrict you and put you in a corner and basically try to screw you. And try to put in $20 threshold payment. I'm the opposite. I want to make this as easy as possible for you to make money, because when you're making money, and that's why we started to implement it recently, every Monday and Thursday we pay people, because the faster you're making money, the faster you're going to want to refer, the faster you're going to want to make more, put in more phones. So without your success, I'm out of business. So I want you, when you're profitable, I'm profitable.
That's what I said that to my audience in a previous stream. I do want to say this. I feel like the stream shouldn't be super long, because if it becomes too long, people may die off with watching the stream and will not watch it all the way through, as opposed to watching a stream that's maybe only around an hour. Sometimes I do 2-hour streams, and I would like for people to really get just as much of this information across to them as possible. Hopefully everybody will watch the stream. If not, I'm going to go back and look at this stream. This is definitely one that I want to sit here and absorb all the information that's here. And I'm going to try and, compose this information in this stream to maybe keep sharing to my audience here, to let other people know that maybe have not heard this information. And definitely I will be linking it all across, like it'll be in my Discord. It will definitely be in the Facebook group. It's going to be right there for people to check out. So I'll be pushing this out as every place that I possibly can. But I feel like this is where I would ask you if there's if there's any other information that you would like to stress here to the audience, if there's anything that you feel like you would like to say, and maybe the future of the application, would you ever consider doing another application in the future, things of that nature?
Yeah, we spoke about this. So yeah, I do have a couple things to say. One is, we can't take on too much at one time, but we certainly will look at what other people are doing. Like once this is established, we will certainly look at other apps that similar. I like to do automated things. So as much as so anything that's automated, for example, one of the things that I plan on doing in step 2, once we have the volume here, we want to offer the same thing based upon a computer. Okay, but in order to do that, I've already spoken with all these big companies. Unless you're doing at least a million, which a million, actually we should be able to do that in the next week or two, I think, based upon the growth. But once you're having a million impressions a month on the website, that's when you can get the attention of these big companies, and then we can offer the same type of thing, but on the computer. You can leave it running on a computer, and we're not offering like partner with a Send Media that they're doing with Engage TV. And all, like, a million people are using that. I don't want to go off on a tangent, but those have problems. This will pay much better doing it in-house and not relying upon a partner. So that's one thing. And yes, we will introduce other apps. Anything that can be automated, I'm all game for. If you have anyone out there knows of something, just come to me. This is, how this came up? A lady named Dawn. She's from St. Louis, where I'm from. She told me about this about 2 months ago, and then I think Theron, you came to me out of the blue, and then I said, like, I heard this twice, and I said, you know what? Let's add it. So anyone out there, if you have something to tell me you want Mingle Cash to add,
oh man, I was just about to say that, please, and I hope to God I can get you to listen right here whenever I say this. You have Moretvtime, which is the website that has the videos that it houses the videos for this application. Is there the possibility, and this is what's really, and I hope you will see that there's profits that could be made here, is the fact that if people could run that website as well on Windows devices. Now, here is a big thing that is in the phone farming community, is the fact that with, for example, and I know you know this, Send Media, they allow up to 3 tabs on their website. You could have 3 tabs going. So I would love to see the opportunity with Moretvtime, the website itself, to allow us to watch advertisements there and have maybe so many tabs that we could run on the website and then run it on Windows devices, because a lot of these guys in phone farming, they understand that smartphones go hand in hand with Windows devices. There are so many different websites that you can run advertisements and come up with gift cards, etc. in this way. So I'd love to see that be an option come out of Moretvtime, the website.
Yes, I'll put it this way: as long as I can get away with it from the ad networks, then I'm all game. But if they come to me and I do something they consider it black hat and unacceptable, then I got my hands cuffed.
Right.
You understand?
Yes,
so
understand.
whatever we can get away with legally, and we by all means, I would never put in my own restrictions. If there is ever a restriction that comes out, in the future for anything, it's because they're forcing me to do it, and there's no choice. Now, Justine, who's I think on this call, she just sent me a personal question. She wants me to just point out that and this is all mentioned in our FAQs, but we pay people. You get the greater of the two, meaning from your earnings, we pay your 50%. But while you're building up a downline, if you saw my example, that's going to become significant. When that bypasses, right, then you're going to get the greater of the two. Now, we do have a solution. I don't care. You can always create a second account. No problem. But the reason why I can't pay, and it's a very good reason. If I'm paying you 50% and at the same time on the same account, I'm also paying 10 levels above you 5%. I'm breaking even. I'm not making any money. So in order for me I can make my 50%, it has to be either or. So, but you can always have a set one account. You just do your phone farming, and you have another account. You focus on your downline.
That would make the most sense. I feel like, well, could you elaborate maybe a little more as far as like how that would, like that 5% per each user, if you're collecting 50% of revenue, how would the 5% eventually affect your profits?
At the end of the day, it's still it's going to be around that 50%. Because if I'm paying 5% per level, 10 levels,
right.
Understand? So ultimately, at the end of the day, there's two types of users out there. There's users that don't want to do any type of referrals. They just don't. They're not interested. They just want to do it themselves. That's fine. You'll earn 50%. But for those people that want to earn what I call the big bucks, and the real true business and take advantage of what Mingo Cash can offer, you're going to make, let's say you got 5 phones. Okay, how much are you going to make? 80 cents per day per phone. I call that pocket change. What is that, $4, something like that?
Right.
You're going to make far more building your downline. That's going to make hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars. So do you care about the $4? Or you'd rather take the $100 a day, the $500 a day. But even so, I'm not this is just an example. I'm not a stickler on these rules. I don't care. So I'll end up paying 55%. Not the end of the world. I want to make sure that you guys are happy. Right. That's what I'm saying. You can create one account. Just create a new account. Go to our website. Do one for your phone farming, and then you'll have a separate link. That's where you're going to do all your referrals. I don't have a problem with that.
That really does sound ideal. That's perfect overall. Well,
you have the best of both worlds.
Yeah, really, that is the best of both worlds, and not be limited. Like the great example you just mentioned was if someone has a family member that wants to have an account. And they don't want to tie in their earnings with their family member's account. Some people want to have their own money in this. And that's what's so wrong with this stuff. It's like, why can't, like if I had my brother I was living with, this is an example. If I had my brother I was living with and he wanted to have a small phone farm and I want to have a larger phone farm and I don't want his earnings to even affect or be tied in with mine at all whatsoever, these companies should allow us to have more than one account. It should not be that big of a deal, considering the typical household has 5 or more people sometimes 5 or more people in a household, at least usually 3 to 4 people within a household. So,
And also, no one loses out by signing up under someone. So everyone from this call, you're benefiting from Theron. So you should be signing up under his link because you don't lose out. He's the one bringing you this opportunity, and you're not gaining anything by going directly to our site. You're not saving yourself any money. So go through him, and that's why he'll be able to continue telling people and supporting and doing the great things that he does.
I really appreciate that, Andrew. I believe that's pretty much everything here. So this is pretty much where I would let you sign off, and I'll sit here and talk with my audience for a little bit, and we'll kind of put our heads together as to how to move forward with the application. I definitely want to stress to people to to definitely be giving this program a shot. If users are saying they're already seeing $2 a day on a few devices, it's worth it to try and troubleshoot here. But, Andrew, I really appreciate your time here, taking the time to talk with everyone, especially taking the time to talk with me, work with me, allow me to beta test this application before it even launched. And just, I just feel like you have a fantastic thing that's going here. I can't wait to see the future of it.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. Bye, everyone.
See ya. All right, guys. So, what a great stream. It's really, I think that's a great experience to sit here and actually have a developer, the owner of a website, to actually come into a stream and sit here and talk with us and explain the future of their program here. But if I have missed any of the comments here, if you guys have any questions, right now is the time to ask. I'm not going to let this stream kind of drag on and go much further. But now you guys pretty much have my 100% attention. I I really want to stress to you guys, this is the biggest thing to stress, and the point to get across, maybe 2 points to get across here in this entire stream is, one, if you want to see phone, think about it, we lost 2 companies here as far as profitability. We lost Checkpoints. Checkpoints is no longer profitable. We lost Rewardable TV. Think about the amount of devices that people used to run on those applications. We need more applications. So if you guys care, the guys out there that do have a ton of devices, put some phones on this app. Help to grow this application so then we can expand our phone farms and turn phone farming into something that's going to be very, very profitable like it was so long ago. And then the last thing to mention here is the fact that it is available outside of the United States. It's available worldwide. People can use this to make money. So these people that live in some of these other countries will have the ability to at least make some sort of money out of this scenario. Some sort of money. All right, so let's see what we have here. They have gift cards. John Jar, they currently cash out to PayPal. So I'm not sure if they do have... I do want to come here and check. This is still very new to me as well, guys. So I do know that... I think I got a donation there. That's really cool. Thank you very, very much, guys. I appreciate it. So as far as your payment scenario, let me come over here. I believe it's set to PayPal, and they do have Gitt token. Gitt token is one to sit here and take a look at as far as maybe a possibility of cashing out. But let's come back over here to the stats. Please sign up, Mr. eCash's referral. I say if you do want to sign up under my referral, I did a video that talked about Mingle Cash. My referral code is definitely in the video of, the review of the Mingle Cash website, which is where you have to start with this application. That's where you have to start. So you have to sign up there before you can even log into the app. But then you would log into the application with the same email. So see what we have here, though. I do want to say this as well. Make money online with Unicorn Girl. Justine here, she worked very hard to get this information out to us before even I was working on this scenario. So a lot of respect is due to her. And she does have some content on her YouTube channel that you guys, surrounding this platform, that you guys would want to consider going to check out. Cash, yeah. Can you put your referral link on the page, please? Yeah, well, I'll go ahead and toss my referral code out here. So let's come over to, I believe that referral is up here in the top right. So I have worked pretty hard here. The one thing I wanted to stress to everyone is the fact that we need this. This is not one of those scenarios where we should really just even remotely be messing around here. If we want to see phone farming expand, let me go ahead and close that back down. If you want to see phone farming expand, if you want to have over 100 devices, if you plan to have an even better internet connection and expand to maybe even up to like 300 devices here and take phone farming so much further, this is going to be the way to do specifically that. So let me go ahead and paste this in here. Sigma Chicken, thanks once again for the donation, man. It's like it makes all of this worth it, the work that I do here. So let's see what the comments here, and we're probably close to closing out the stream. Solid about having that guy on your show. All of this is changing my life. I have more swag to my step knowing I have this up my sleeve. Yeah, you're very, very welcome here. I feel like this is what should happen, though. We should be more involved with the creators of these websites and apps. Just so people can learn how they're supposed to really be doing this and what they can really expect, and then to give us some more proof that this is a reality. People are running a multitude of smartphones. I'll go ahead and show my smartphones. If there's anybody that's watching, I would definitely want to do this. If there's anybody that's currently watching in the stream, you can see in the background I do have a multitude of smartphones. I do have a multitude. They are all running applications that pay me. On a monthly basis, I'm making money off of those smartphones. So, coming back to the stream, though, I feel like this is really, that's about it. That is really just about it. Never heard of it. Low Roller. Pay you $55 to $20 per scooters. You can make a lot of money than smartphone farming. there's other profitable business ventures that are out there. That's not something that I've heard of, but I will definitely, I saw that comment earlier. I'm definitely going to look into it. Mingo Cash is the app to save phone farming. It very well could be the real application to save phone farming. Seriously, Sigma Chicken, this could be the one that actually does save phone farming. Or takes it, this would be the one that has the possibility of taking it to a brand new level. A brand new level. So, and that's how I'm thinking about it. I'd like to see myself eventually have 200 different smartphones, and those phones are literally paying for everything I could possibly ever want or need. And then also the referral aspect. How much would I make out of a referral scenario like this? So the last thing that I want to point out here, and then I'm close to closing out here, is that people have mentioned that they are seeing some decent profits already out of this application. Maybe that's not every person's scenario. Update the application, check it out on a few devices. If you don't have many smartphones, at least put it on one device to see what's going to happen with it. Once again, in the stats section, give it a few days to see what your earnings are like with the application. And if it turns out that it's going to be more profitable than the other apps that you're using, slam your devices on this, and let's all make this money. You know, let's get this money, guys. Why not? 5.0, interest, I'll look into it. Can I use a PC with Mingo Cash and emulation, or is it against the rules? That's one question I could actually ask and see what it's all about. I'm going to assume that would be against the rules with this app. But I will definitely ask, and I will make it a point to answer that question in a future stream. So you sign up at Mingo Cash, then get the app, or can you just get the app to sign up? No, you have to sign up at Mingo Cash. Once you sign up at Mingo Cash, then you download the application and you log in with the same login credentials that you use for the Mingo Cash website. Nothing much. Hopefully it will save phone farming. I got 3 devices on Moretvtime, giving it a try what I make. Mr. eCash, once he leaves the stream, I'll be around for a few minutes in case if anyone has any questions. I'm in Canada near Toronto, so low odds they'll come here. Mingo Cash will be in its own tier, good tier. I think it is an application and website that's in its own category. There's no program, and that was the one thing that I think that Andrew was really trying to stress is there's no program that's currently like this. In the world of phone farming, there's nothing like this. So it's worth it to see what does this hold? What does the future hold for this application and website? Live in California, Texas, Washington, D.C., and other. I'm currently in Florida, so perk Rockstars and eCash rules. I appreciate it. Super Saiyan 10 tier. That's crazy. We need more creators to do this. Totally, 110% agree with you that we need more developers to do just this, to let us know what is going on with some of these applications. It was a really great experience. That I enjoyed it very much. So we can sign up multiple accounts on the same IP if we have friends and family who are interested. Absolutely, PackDoc, you can have multiple accounts on the same IP address. I feel like the recommended having one account for referrals and one account just for earnings. That's pretty decent. Then you can compare your referral earnings with your earnings on your smartphones, having that as a standalone scenario. Not like Cash Manual. We know what happens to that when we said it will save phone farming. Glad to see you all at this meeting. Much love and respect to all. Keep up your hustle. I think that's really it. Not to sound rude, a few years back, it was far above that level. It's possible to use Moretvtime website. I can't find a spot to log in. We covered that in this stream right around like 25 minutes ago, that right now you cannot log in and earn with the website. I actually asked that if that was going to be a possibility in the future, if we could earn with the website. And I will say that he said that it's something he would definitely be considering doing, but it's all contingent upon what the ad providers will allow him to do. Not available. Bird electric scooters that came to your cities. You'll build a huge electric scooters in your house. Make sure in the replay we can see the comments. Absolutely, I will definitely have it set up to where you should be able to come and see these comments replayable right here in the stream. So this will be on the screen, what you're seeing currently right here, these comments. So more TV time on my computer. No, Kevin Green, you want to go to the Mingle Cash website. So they have two different websites. One is just for their application. Forget about it. Moretvtime website is for their application. You can't earn with it right now. MingleCash.com is where you would go to sign up. So I hope that helps everybody out. I do have some other things that I do need to get to. I do want to stress to you guys that it may be 1 or 2 days before I have another upload here on my channel. I definitely won't upload today. I may not upload tomorrow, or I'll upload tomorrow. But if I don't upload tomorrow, I'm definitely uploading the following day. I wanted to try and get this information to you guys. So I think that's it, though. Guys, thanks everyone that's been here for the stream. I hope that this is able to make some people out there a decent amount of money. That's one thing to really stress here. I do hope that this becomes that next profitable scenario that we all really, really need. And it sounds like some users are actually having an okay experience, more than okay experience with this application. So, guys, I will see you in the next video. And you know that I'll definitely be around for Crypto Wednesday. We'll be here for Crypto Wednesday. And I think that's it, guys. I'll see you there. Do I think this app will beat the U app? Maybe that was exactly what we were getting at. Maybe in this entire stream. And at that note, guys, I'll see you later.